Good afternoon and welcome to our live coverage here. I'm calling all the way from the Nalanda cricket grounds. You're with us here on Sporty.lk. And today's game, or this game, the first game after the lunch session is between Unilevers and T-Shop. Gives me immense pleasure in welcoming my co-host in Iran, who's had a bucket full of rice, I think, for lunch. You enjoyed your lunch, you did?
Of course, Brian. Very good afternoon. Nice to be in the com box. Here's a quick look at the two teams for the day. Abhinayaka, Silva, Hera, Jayasuriya, Iranga, Bandluvansha, Rupasinghe, Rajendra, Bandara, Kapila and Pitawala for Unilever SL.
And Fernando, Nirosh, Gunaratna, Malinga, Madhushankar, Umerangana, Gamage, Vijayasinghe, Vikramasinghe, Morris and Lianage for the English tea shop. Now, just before I came on air, I was just telling Iran that Iran Unilevers made 107 in their match against McLaren's. They'll have to look at that score again, isn't it?
Exactly. I'm really looking forward for this game, Brian, because I'm sure they will be eyeing on that same number. They will surely want to get up and above 100 runs in this game as well, because they know that the previous game almost came closer until the last 2 overs, where it was decided that Unilever got the game under their control.
Pulled it back, basically, isn't it? They basically pulled it back, right? So they know for certain it's Herculean. Let's wait for the first delivery. Beautifully played. Waited on it. Just back cut that delivery and it goes straight down to the third man fence for a single. I've always been an admirer of that the back cut, because you play it late. And your timing has got to be, like all strokes, it's got to be very good. But here, the art of opening the face of the bat. And I've seen, especially the Asian cricketers, the subcontinental cricketers, because of the good wrist work they have,
The weather has been really good throughout the day today. Right now, the sun is bright, shining out here at the Nalanda cricket grounds. A very warm afternoon, and he has been castled.
Castle, absolutely. We were talking about Unilevers looking at a positive run rate of around, let's say, 100 plus. Now, you don't start your innings like that. Made an absolute ash of it. It was on a length, trying to drive the ball away from the body. I think that. Have a look at this, Ramesh. Iran. Yep. What was he trying to do? Was trying to just catch the ball. Trying to play the ball outside his off stump, body slightly away. And sorry, Guyan, you got to take a long walk back to that hutch. You're not going to like it. Out for a knot.
I just thought the bowler fired it in, not giving any kind of time for the batter to get under the ball. And Dulan Abhinayaka, the new batter walking in. Interesting, in the previous game, he did smack the first ball out of the park before he was unfortunately run out. But he might be definitely keeping an eye on this game. He might need to perform here. And for his betterment, he does have a left-arm off spinner who is operating the very first over of the game. And the spinner is actually turning the ball into the left-hander. And he will try to definitely make some kind of runs out of this rest of the over.
Absolutely. He's got to also now play for his opener as well, who's sort of gone back without scoring. Spend a bit more time. That should be in the back of his head, Abhinayaka. Waited for it, just punched it towards back of the point. Easy single. No, these are good signs actually, Iran. When you start rotating the singles, you can't go bang bang, can you? But you start rotating the singles, then you're getting on the right track then.
Absolutely. And from the point of the view of the bowler, he has been doing a very, very, very good job here. 3 deliveries, given away just the 1 run. That's another beautiful delivery outside the off stump. Trying to drive it, but luckily does not make any contact.
Yeah, it's good to see a spinner up with the new ball. He's been very successful so far, but he's got to keep it nice and tight. Don't give the batters any freebies, especially the openers, because then you're setting the tone. Because as the fielding side should know that Unilevers are capable of big runs.
Exactly. My eyes are really on this bowler. Look at that. He was trying to belt it out the ground, going down on his knees. But luckily, I think the inside edge, which did save him from that LBW call.
Very impressive so far. He's bowled 5 decent deliveries with the new ball. And let's see whether Uni Levers can get... Okay, that's onto his pads, tucked away to mid-wicket. Up, bit of a misfield. Well, we come to over number 1.
It was a very decent over. Just the 4 runs given away. The important wicket grabbed off the opening batter. And this will be a huge game for the next 2 batters who are out there, because they can't afford to throw their wickets away. They need to be there and take their team up to that good total which they scored in the previous game, which was 100 plus runs.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, if my memory serves me right, I think they started off, I remember, they had the luxury of 7 wides being bowled in that particular over. You remember? If my memory just clicks me right. They don't have that luxury here. They've got 4 runs on the board, but they've lost 1 wicket. Always when you do have Iran, my experience in our beloved game is when the opener gets out cheaply. People don't realize the amount of pressure it brings in for the middle order. You know what? Get my point, no? Because
absolutely,
you're getting a batter at number 3, right? On unpredictable conditions, because he's facing a brand new ball basically. We can't do it after this.
That has been smacked down the ground. One bounce, in fact, into the boundary ropes for 4 more runs. That was a beautiful shot, Brian.
Absolutely.
He just flat battered it over the mid-off fielder. Beautiful shot.
Because if you're a number 3 batter anyway, you are used to facing the new ball, but more often than not, you'll know that a brand new ball, you know, with the full shine, and a ball that has been scuffed a bit, there's a big difference, you know. Lovely, but is he going to get caught? Absolutely. Smoked it straight into the deep mid-ons, waiting palm. And to see a catch being taken, I am overawed.
I just thought, Brian, he checked his shot at the last minute. He did not go through the shot. We were talking about that during the previous match as well, that if you decide you need to commit, look at that. He just checked his shot.
Absolutely.
He just checked his shot at the last minute.
Yep, I thought it could have got slightly big on him when he came to meet the delivery. That could be a strong possibility. I don't know why he had to check the stroke. So getting back to the number 3 batter coming in pretty early, or like say in the first over, is absolute pressure. You might always, people can argue and say no, the number 3 batter should be able to face the new ball. Yeah, new ball, yes, true. I don't say no. But slightly scuffed off ball is better than the pure red sherry.
And also, when the opening batter gets out cheaply, the number 3 batter who walks in, he has to walk in with additional pressure.
Obviously, because he can't afford to lose himself, no? See, the opening pair is there and they've scored, let's say, 10, 25, 30 runs. The pressure, you're thinking, your mindset is different when you go into bat at number 3, right? Look. But then if you're going to bat, like now, what happened here? The man was out, the player was out in the very second ball. So, nothing on the board. And then you come to face, you tend to get naturally tentative, you know. This is what I'm trying to imply. 8 runs for 2 wickets. You see the pressure that has already come
exactly
into the fold, yeah?
Ramesh Fernando, he has done a pretty decent job here. Bowling with the new ball, taking it away from the left-hand batter. Very smart bowling, intelligent bowling. This time, should be another wicket. Yes, caught cheaply.
Yeah. I suppose, I hope I'm not trying to put a commentator's curse, but all I'm trying to emphasize here, Iran, is I don't know, from my viewpoint, I think the opener getting out cheaply opens a vacuum. You understand? This is what I'm trying to say. It opens the vacuum because you get batters who are looking over their shoulder, you know, when they walk into bat.
Exactly. Spot on, Brian. That really adds on that extra pressure as well to the batters. So we have had 2 wickets in 2 deliveries. Brian, are you throwing your money in for a hat-trick?
In all honesty, I wish, because that will make my job easier. In all honesty, make yours and my job easier, because we have a shorter commentary there. Because the target will be very small. Yeah, I think Ricky might like it because he's all by himself today.
Yeah, just had a chat with Ricky during the lunch break, and he was like, "Hey mate, I'm all alone here at MCA commentating."
It's not easy. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, I'll tell you what, it's tiring. You know, it is tiring because you're going through around, 40 overs a day, right?
Yep. Not 40 overs, in fact, 80 overs.
Loud appeal.
That's allowed.
Oh, that was given. Hat-trick. Can you believe this? Can you believe this?
We just called for it, and beautifully delivered by the bowler.
Now, if you ask him why did he go on the back foot, he'll never have an answer. You will never go on the... I thought that was a fuller delivery. Iran, let's watch it on the replay. Oh, no.
Oh, no, that was the previous delivery.
That was the previous delivery. Okay, that's been caught. Brilliantly caught. Now we're going to have the next delivery.
What an effort. What a performance by Ramesh Fernando. The first hat-trick, I believe.
I mean, I am overawed. I'm just overawed by the way that he bowled. And we'll try to see the hat-trick once my producer gives it to us. But I just thought that she should have been on the back foot, not go on the back. You should have been on the front foot. Just have a look at it. I mean, I'll be watching this. Yeah. It's come right back. Lunge forward, because that's bowled back of a length, 5 feet short of length. Especially on a matting, 5 feet short of length, he always do. Better lunge forward, because you don't have any fielders in catching position.
Exactly. The batter was caught in two minds, in fact. He just thought that he might come forward and then decided against it. Unfortunately, he should have come forward to that delivery. He was stuck in the crease by all means. Unfortunately, he was plumbed looking at that replay. Do you want to put some money on a 4-wicket haul?
Are you talking about Lasith Maling, especially in South Africa? 4 wickets on the trot. I mean,
you can't ask
for beautifully bowled. This is exhibition of good spin bowling. Very well controlled indeed. Are we going to have a very low scoring game? I'm not too sure, but the Uni Levers have to do something about this. There's plenty of time, plenty of overs in mind. That's just decently played a forward defensive stroke. I'm not seeing it for some time. We very rarely see it in one-day cricket. In T10 crickets, yeah.
2 was done. Unilever's 8 for the loss of 4 wickets. Not the numbers that we would like to read out.
Absolutely. Someone were to come and look at this scorecard all of a sudden. Is it a T10 game? They'll ask themselves, 8 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. But these things happen. Let's face it. Iran, I've seen teams just collapsing. The match experts or the pitch experts come and say, excellent wicket for batting. And then see, all of a sudden, things just turn,
Here's a quick look at the hat-trick picked up by Ramesh Fernando, in fact.
Yep, brilliantly caught. That was very well caught. Now let's look at the next one. Now we are still on to the first wicket. Oh, the second wicket. There we go. And that's the one that sort of turned in, and the umpire thought he was adjacent.
No matter that, what I'm just thinking, Brian, standing out there as an umpire, how much of hard work a bowler does to, grab a wicket. If he had a little bit of chance of giving that out, since it's a hat-trick, he will definitely raise his finger.
Psychologically, yeah. Because I'll tell you what, if there was a thing called a DRS system, I'll go back to that after this delivery. Snatched down to back of the point. Now are they going to have another problem here? The run out almost coming into being. You see, this is what I said, the amount of panic that comes in when your opener goes dig-dangling without scoring. And now if there was a DRS system, obviously the batter will go upstairs, ask for another opinion, because no one wants to be out for a hat-trick, that's for sure. Because you tend to get the impression you let the side down by giving the hat-trick to the opposition,
Exactly. I remember during one interview, Kumar Dharmasena was chatting with one of the sporting news channels. So the host over there did ask Kumar Dharmasena. Back in 2009, I remember that match. I was watching it live. He gave Jayasuriya out at on a 98, if you do remember that match. And the host did ask Kumar Dharmasena, like, how did you feel giving out Jayasuriya on 98? What was your thought? And Kumar told me, unfortunately, he felt really bad because I think Jayasuriya was playing his last few games. He was 39 years old and he was playing his last few games.
That's so right, yeah.
He felt really sad and hard, but he had to give that decision because it was hitting the stumps. So those are some hard decisions umpires might need to make on field.
You know, I mean, I fully agree with you on that. Yeah, of course. I mean, we're all human. I'll come back to what I need to state just after this delivery. Because I'm talking about myself having a chat. Was it umpire Tufnell? Or I can't remember who the umpire is. It's one of the South African umpires, I think. Yeah, I reckon it was South African umpire. Look, an umpire, we'll come back to that soon after this over. Yeah, an umpire, number one, has to realize he's unbiased. Number one. Yep. Right? If you're biased, you don't deserve to stand in the middle because they get paid very well.
Yeah.
Right? Number two, of course, minimum mistakes. Number three, you have to realize the batsman is doing his job. He gets paid for it. I'm doing my job. I'm getting paid for it. You understand?
Absolutely.
So I give my best because I get paid because I'm an umpire. He gets paid because he's a batter. You understand?
Absolutely.
So, India, could he be out caught? Oh, gone. Caught and bowled. So, 5 wickets down for 12. We'll get back to this particular story once again. So, see, around what happens is like as far as the umpire. Now, if you're an umpire, end of the day, you make a mistake, the match referee is going to have a chat with you. Not with the batter.
Absolutely. Correct. Yeah.
Right?
On that.
Not with the batter. He's going to have a chat with you. He'll just say, up your game. What happens to you if the match referee says, up your game, you go the next day to umpire, look at your mindset. Because you've already been under the watchful eyes of the match referee. You understand?
You feel that pressure when you're out there the next day.
Absolutely. And then you can start making mistakes. So avoid that. Sorry, mate, you're out. Off you go.
Try to be fair as much as possible.
Yep. I mean, one of the umpires I've been admiring in recent times was Lyndon Hannibals, you know.
Very good umpire.
Yep. And also the current umpire, I can't get his name right now. It will come to my mind. Sri Lankan umpire.
Okay.
Right. I feel when I see the two of them, their body language, even Kumar Dharmasena for that matter. I mean, let's face it, his body language. I feel they are there to do a job. Simple.
100%.
Right? They'll give out to their own son.
Yeah.
You're out, period. You know? And the batsman will... Oh, that's as he found the gap, I think he has. That's gone down to the fence. Welcome boundary. They will cherish it. Look at the scorecard. Around 16 for the loss of 5 wickets. Looks appalling, isn't it?
Exactly. This is not the same team that got 107 runs. In fact, they wouldn't really want to see themselves in this kind of a position. We were talking about another 100-plus game here, but looks like things...
I basically feel, I think they... Getting back to what I'm saying, I'm like, Shakespeare, is he going to get caught? No, I'm just dropping in front of the fieldsman there. Like Shakespeare, I don't want to... Like Shakespeare doesn't want to repeat himself, but I'm repeating myself. And I think the fall of the first wicket, that turned it on its head.
Exactly. Spot on, Brian.
That turned it on its head. I just felt so because on a T10 you have a wicket falling in the first over. And that too castled, as you said, on commentary, could have caused a little bit of panic. When panic button sets in, I mean, even international players, I can tell you, like in the dressing room, when there's a panic button that presses in, it's not easy, right? Do you know sometimes we are seated in a certain place inside the dressing room, and if our batters are going very well, we'll make sure we don't change our seats. We sit there.
Yep.
Being slightly superstitious, but
exactly.
It's true. It's all part
those are little
things.
It's a part of the game.
Yeah, I mean,
It really adds a little bit of color as well to the game.
It does. I mean, it sure does, yeah. Sit there, don't move, they say. You know, I mean, it happens also in most of the other teams in their boxes as well.
Oh, once again, the timber has been disturbed. That's a 6-wicket down.
And that's a full toss.
Exactly.
This is amazing, yeah. That is amazing.
And it's the 4th wicket for Ramesh Fernando.
Oh, he should go and buy himself a lottery. Honestly.
Looks like it's his day. 4 for 4. This is brilliant from Ramesh Fernando.
Absolutely. My man of the match, mate. Straight away. Adjudicated.
Unless we have another bowler from the English tea shop come and grab 5 wickets.
Yeah, unless we do.
So that's the end of the short stay. Makes
17 for 6. And they're really pumped up. They are pumped up because they are bowling against a very good batting side that made 107 runs, and they have them on their back foot. 17 runs for 6 wickets, you know.
Absolutely.
And that makes a world of difference.
Brian, you feel that we are going to get a chance to walk away a little bit early today as well?
I'll be thanking heavens. In all honesty, I know I'm an extrovert, but to my heart I must be true. I can't lie and say, no, I'd like to spend a little bit more time, you know. Honestly, I mean, look, at times, there's a rugby match coming up which I want to watch as well, you know.
Exactly. I just figured out yesterday that you are, and that should be the 7th wicket down.
Yes. The 7th wicket down, 7 for 17. So this is fantastic bowling. What can I say?
Brian, the batters are throwing their wickets away. Like, they're 6 wickets down. Harshan, one of the best batters in the previous innings when Unilevers were batting out there, he just goes and throws away his wicket.
A bit of panic sets in, you know. Iran, I think it does set in because like your mindset, look, we are going nowhere, you know.
Really disappointing. And for the second time, Ramesh Fernando is on a hat-trick.
Well, if he does get one, I'm not going to bet or unbet.
So, what a bowler. He has managed to grab 5 wickets under his name.
Yeah.
Very well done, Ramesh Fernando. All credits to him. You can't take anything out of the bowler, no matter how
17
fall
for
shots.
7. I mean, you can't expect anything better. Yep, this is a poor performance so far. They'll be hoping that this pair can settle in and score a few runs.
I'm just sensing something. Let's see how it goes. Here we go, the hat-trick delivery. Beautifully bowled on the back foot.
Got himself a run. That's good. I suppose Lasith Malinga is used to hat-tricks. Never speaks about his hat-tricks. I remember I used to sometimes ask him, not a word, but that sweet smile of his.
Which he carries always.
Always, and he'll just tell me, Brian, I have family ek bumudapi. Because he likes Tambili. And, we used to have it in the dressing room for him, We used to chill the Tambili.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, it's never, I've seen some people, it's amazing to see international cricketers, especially Sri Lankans, so humble, very humble. So that gave me immense pleasure. Very well bowled again, but then opens the face of the bat. Can't beat the man at third man. That'll get him a single. 19 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. If they can just pip one more wicket here, we're going to see a very, very low scoring game. As it is, it looks pretty low. But, you see, good fielding, good commitment.
Usually when the team is doing well, it automatically ups the spirit of the rest of the players as well.
Very, very important, Iran. I mean, that is why the fielders have to back the bowlers up. Because you lift your team automatically, isn't it?
Exactly. So the difference that I saw in this game is that the Unilevers, in fact, the English tee shop fielders, they haven't let go a single catch. That's the difference.
That's the difference. Yeah, I mean, we were sitting and sometimes, breaking our minds in the morning, the amount of catches that went a begging. You can't say sweaty palms as well because you just come out to field, It's could be mainly misjudgment, and we can't see it in the naked eye. But if you just go in for a close-up, more often than not, Tehran, the fielder is trying to grab the ball.
Yeah.
Don't let the ball fall into you. Try to grab it, Even the wicket keepers were guilty of doing it this morning.
Yeah, very true. Rather than letting the ball settle down into the
your
arms.
palm,
Yep.
I mean, you try to grab it, then of course it gets off you,
This is a 5 wickets haul taken by Ramesh Mendis. In fact, Ramesh Fernando, I've repeated that name twice now, Ramesh Mendis.
Yeah, don't blame me for it.
That's another wicket down. Beautiful. He really, really bowled well.
Yep.
That was the last wicket. Brian, being a T10 game, you're 7 wickets down, 4 overs done, just the 21 runs. What should be the batters doing at a situation like this?
I think bat the 10 overs. Sad to say, I mean, look, your top 7 batters couldn't get bat to ball, right? Okay, now, when you get, of course, loose deliveries like that, you put it away. I'm not saying no. But at the back of your mind, don't expect the number 8 batter to come and bat for you. Simple as that. I think Iran, from my viewpoint, is bat the 10 overs. That's what you have come here for. Bat the 10 overs, right? You're not going to bring the moon down by trying to go for the same, expansive shots. It's not going to work though.
Exactly. We do have 5 more overs left after this one is done. So another additional 30 runs, a runner ball.
Good running, very good running between the wicket. Now that was a very good run.
This is what they should be doing, in fact.
Yeah, just rotate the strike, try to get the singles, which you need to do, the importance of singles, people don't realize it. Rotation of strike. It works in, especially in all 3 formats of the white ball version,
Yeah, really agreed on that, Brian. Talking about the singles, once again, I remember reading some numbers.
Yeah.
When I really don't remember when who retired, but I was reading a list of the most number of singles taken by international batters, and guess what? On the top of the list, I remember Kumar Sangakkara was topping the list, and we had Virat Kohli, Mahela Jayawardene, all of these top class players who are real legends. So the difference is, the uniqueness is, they never let go those singles. They really didn't run only behind the boundaries, rather focused on the singles as well.
And the mindset would have been, why should I give that man a dot ball?
Yep.
Because he'll pump himself up, right? He's going to bowl a better delivery at me next, So, I mean, it's all a mind game, flicked away beautifully. Yep, they're going to deal with singles. Rotate the strike. That's all that you can do right now. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you that you can go over the top at this point in time.
5 overs done, 26 for the loss of 7 wickets.
5 more overs to go. Hang in there, mate. That's what I would say. I mean, in all fairness, hang in there. Remember that 5 overs is equivalent to 30 balls. Of course, you can't get 60 runs, I doubt very much, at the knots they are going. But look, 30 runs could be defendable. It's a funny game, Things can turn the other way around all of a sudden,
Exactly. We have witnessed enough low-scoring thrillers in the cricketing world, and why not one of them again? That was short, trying to drag it towards the square leg region. Unfortunately, fails to make contact. Vasanta and Dasita currently out there.
Yeah, got him on the front foot. That's good bowling. Get your batter to meet you on the front foot. Don't bowl short. Good bowling yet again. Now you see.
Almost got himself bowled.
Exactly.
Luckily escaped. Vasant, he has been out there for 14 deliveries. There's a quick look at that replay. Almost got him.
Yeah. See, I mean, get him on the back foot. Don't let him open his shoulders.
Imagine as a bowler, this would be the best time to walk out there and bowl an over when a team is struggling out there.
Yeah, because look, they're not going to go for any fancy shots. I can just see that they've got cricketing sense. They want to bat the 10 overs, obviously.
And Dasit has been out there just for the 3 deliveries, and Vasanta has been out there for 16 deliveries.
Can't beat the man at back of the point. Yep, good over. Done. 6 overs done, 27 for 7. You know that I was once sitting and talking to... not once. I mean, I've been talking to many captains, and I remember, I think it was Kumar Sangakkara some time back, and Sangha says what he finds very unforgiving is that when you don't bat your allotted overs. You know, like in example, you got a 20-over game, you bat the 20 overs. You know, because you later think, oh God, how many balls we have wasted, you know.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. Could he be out? Very well caught indeed. So, 8 wickets down. The catching has been good, Iran, let's face it. 27 for 8.
So that has been the story of this innings from the word go. 27 runs and 8 wickets gone. And all credits to the fielders. They have really given their 100%. They have given their fullest support to the bowlers. Look at that catch. He just waited for it. Once again, a very easy catch right into the palms. In fact, Vasanta Kapila makes that long walk back after facing 17 deliveries. Just managed to score 6 runs.
27 for 8. You got another how many? 20. How many balls have we got here? 23 deliveries. I mean, look. Make use of it. Make use of it. I mean, try and bat the 23 deliveries. Don't worry about the runs, you know. Yep. See?
They need to really focus and bat out the 10 overs. But we are almost into the tail enders. We cannot really expect too much from them as well. But I just feel any run they get from this point is a bonus.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You couldn't have said it better. We're having a bit of a cloud cover, getting a little bit, I would say, cooler here at the Nalanda College grounds. It's nice to have flexible weather during the course of the day, especially when you're seated in the comm box.
Brian, we should be really lucky to have full days play yesterday and today, because during the past week, we had lots of rain that has been skied up. Just
falling short, Yeah, sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah, we had lots of shower during the past week. Even I was just thinking whether we would be able to get these games done and dusted during the weekend, but the rain gods have been very, very kind to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely kind, yeah. That will be signaled wide. No, God, he's got it within the tramp line. Fantastic bowling. Dot delivery. Brilliant.
Oh, that kept low. Very, very sharp turn as well. Interesting.
Let's have a look at the replay. I think that was had a bit of a drift, isn't it? You reckon there was a drift?
There was drift, and the ball kept really low, Brian.
Yep, there you can see the drift. Yep, absolutely. Good delivery. Yep. Hurry.
Oh, that was very close.
Yep. Good running into the day. I mean, you can't sit ducks there. You need to rotate the strike, isn't it? I mean, yeah, sometimes pretty risky. And this has also been a very tight over. I mean, all the bowlers have, stuck to a plan, and they've got Unilevers into, what can I say, a dreadful situation. 29 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. We are into over number 7. So the scoring rate is almost 4 runs and over. Never heard of in T10 cricket,
Unilevers, they might be feeling really down after this performance because...
Yeah, no, that's a good stroke.
Oh, look at that fielding.
And that fielding.
Brian.
Absolutely good. Well done. This is the most important thing. Back your bowler. So 7 overs done. 30 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. Do you think that they will target a score like 50?
Well, I did hear that the other players in the dressing room shouting out Panak Traigan. So means they have that number in mind. If they get at least 50, they will have their bowlers a number to bowl at some. So yeah, rather than getting out for 35 runs, you will hardly have any chance to defend 35 runs. But you never know if you score at least 50 runs. You might have a bit of chance, a quick 2 to 3 wickets up front might help the course of the game.
That will be a wide, is it? Yes, the umpire. Has he signalled a wide? No, he has not. That's not a wide. Okay. Fair enough. He got his arm out a little bit. I thought he was going to signal a wide. Play and a miss. That is a play and a miss. 2 dot balls on the trot.
Brian, sorry. Yes, Brian.
3 dot balls on the trot. Tell me.
Exactly. No, what I was trying to say is you should definitely expect this when you have the tail-enders out there. Lots of swings and misses.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, you can't. I mean, your top order batters can't do it. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. Has he got himself out now? This is superb.
That was too big.
Yeah, the tea shop have come up with an exquisite, not only a game plan, an execution as well, isn't it? Their fielding has been top class. Their bowling has been good. There we go. Now, that is the wide arm of the umpire signalling that wide. Okay, excusable. Yep, no, that's spun away from him.
We really love to see that previous caught and ball chance. That has been slapped down the ground. Should be another wicket. Easy catch.
Easily it goes. 9 wickets down. 31 runs on the board. I doubt Iran whether they can get to a 50. I doubt very much, isn't it? I mean, with the last pair in. Very good catching, gentlemen. No doubt about it. I think they should be given all the credit because they've been exquisite on the field. Their bowling has been good. There's sort of commitment. This is what we want to see. 7.4 overs. And I think this is the first time in the competition over here that a team looks a strong possibility of being bowled out below the 10 overs. And the first team to lose after batting first. Yeah, that's another point, isn't it?
That's a very valid point, Brian, because I didn't really recall that as well. So looks like how things are going forward. The team batting first might lose this game for the very first time.
Yeah.
Oh,
he almost had him. He almost had him there. Right. So 31 for 9 at the end of 8 overs.
Here's a quick look at that cotton ball chance. Oh, I just feel that he might have got fingertips onto him.
I don't think he timed his jump correctly. That's where the problem was. But, I mean, nevertheless, a very good attempt. Now, this is what happens when you start watching international cricket a lot. You just see how well they time their jumps. Here is the bowling card. And you can see what Ramesh Fernando has done. 5 wickets for 7 runs. Absolutely. He'll remember this game for many years to come. I'm sure he'll share it with his granddaughters, I'm sure. How we got 5 wickets for 7 runs. I mean, these are memories that you carry. You know, you carry no matter at what level you are playing in.
Oh, that's another close call. You can expect these. Oh, that's a poor bit of fielding. Oh, there's a chance of a run out. Oh, everything happening in the middle.
The first time there was a bit of a misfield, I think. Well, happens. There's got to be a first time in everything. 34 for 9.
Loud appeal. Turned down by the umpire. I just feel they might get themselves bowled out within the 10 overs. because the last two batsmen, they are finding it really hard to manage the bowlers. Oh, that was a wild throw. That was a wild throw.
I'm leaking some runs there. That was highly uncalled for. We are into over number 9. You got the game under control. Make sure that you sort of close up. That's very important because, incidents like that.
Oh, that's a loud appeal once again.
No, the extra bounce, I think, isn't it? Umpire signaling 2 more balls to go in the over.
English tea shop, they really need to wrap things up really fast.
Yeah. That'll get in 4 runs, is it? Brilliantly fielded there again.
Every single run being cheered, Brian.
Yeah, I can understand what's going through their mind because,
Wide given as well.
Why did he have to bowl that awkward delivery when his team is on top?
Good game, I'll be honest there. He grabbed the ball and threw it back at the wicket keeper. Targeting 50, that's what the dressing room says. Target 50. Oh, I'm not sure. It missed everyone.
Right, end of 9 overs. 39 for 9.
Here's a quick look at that. Not sure what the batter was trying to do. He was walking all over the crease and trying to get it towards the leg side, but failed by all means. Current run rate 4.33. They would really love to get to that 50.
You need 11 runs off the last over. That's the target they will be looking at. But T-Shop, on their part, have got a hold of this game. They just got to put the pressure.
50 runs might be a psychological number as well.
Yep, obviously. I think so too. That's what they're targeting. Up, swing and a miss. Oh no, that's a wide. Yep. They'll take anything that comes their way. That takes the total on to 40.
I just feel the last few deliveries, the bowling team have been giving away some extra runs which they shouldn't be giving.
Exactly. I mean, they've been slightly wavered, no? They just need to control it from here. Because don't lose the grip. That's the most important thing. You lose the grip. You can, invite trouble into your side, unnecessarily.
That's it.
It's all done and dusted. Bowled out for 40 in 9.1 overs. This has been an exhibition of good bowling and fielding. And Lahiru Gamage will be very happy that he got one scalp for 9 runs. Have a look at that last dismissal. So the target, 41 runs. Wonder how soon T-Shop can get that. Let's wait and see. Let's wait for the bowling card and the batting card. And you will then notice what this particular team suffered because they lost their opener in the very first over. And I'm surprised at a team that got 107 runs, Iran, to be bowled out for just 40 in their allotted. They could even bat their 10 overs,
That's really interesting, Brian. Being a 10-over game, you just have to face the 60 deliveries. You have 11 batters out there, but unfortunately, they couldn't be out there for 10 overs.
Here comes. It looks like telephone numbers to me. Absolutely. There's no one I can talk about. Nothing much to write home about, they say. And it's all telephone numbers. Each batter throwing his wicket and looking, in disarray to the fascinating bowling of Ramesh Fernando. And there have been 10 extras, mind you, out of the 40. I mean, we saw a few wides being bowled. Those are runs that have leaked. And here is the bowling figure run through that.
Yeah, obviously the pick of the bowlers, Ramesh Fernando, the star for me for the day. just giving away 7 runs and grabbing 5 wickets, and all the bowlers very, very disciplined, while Gavin managed to grab 2 wickets as well. Here's a quick look at the highlights of the innings.
Yep, started with that dismissal, and here is a catch being taken. I'm sure that's the one that got him the 2nd wicket. And there goes the 3rd wicket. So this is a game of wickets. That LBW Plum, I think, well, one can argue, was he doing too much onto the leg stump? But from an umpire's viewpoint, I think he was spot on. He's the man who's out there. We're looking at it from an angle, basically. And this has been a very poor show by McLaren's. After scoring 108 runs in their last outing, to be bowled out for 40, and that too in 9.3 overs, is a concern going forward in this tournament.
Exactly. Looking at the highlights, it's all about wickets. It's all wickets. Hardly we had any boundaries, just the 2 boundaries of the entire innings. And as the sun is shining bright out here at the Nalanda College Cricket Grounds, we will wait for the 2nd innings to start, and we will be back after a short break.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්
Welcome back. We are coming to you live from the Nalanda College Cricket Grounds. And Unilever Sri Lanka versus English Tea Shop. Look at the numbers. Need 41 runs of 60 deliveries. This is the MCA T10 Super League Cricket Tournament happening here in Colombo. We're having number of games happening a day in 6 different venues around Colombo.
Question, Iran. You reckon Tea Shop will want to get this done and dusted, let's say, before the 5 overs?
Well, I do clearly think that, Brian, because I'm pretty sure they are not going to hang out there and tuck around singles and get this done. I'm sure they will go out there, play their shots, and get to the target as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's how they should look at it, but then also play it by merit a little bit. Sometimes low totals as a target could be pretty dangerous because it can override your game plan as well, isn't it? I mean, so throw caution to the wind, play to the merit of the bowling. I don't think they should have a target of getting to the 5 overs. Like, look, we need 41 to win, period. That's it. That mindset, I think, might be better, no?
Whatever the bad deliveries, just put them away.
Absolutely.
Play smart cricket. Look at that for a shot, Brian. All the way she goes.
Fantastic.
6 runs.
What a way to start. What a way to start. I'm surprised out of the 40 runs that Unilever scored, 10 runs were extras. So I think the bowlers, I mean, with all due credit, they did bowl very well. I'm not saying no, but then the wides cost them quite a bit, yeah.
Brian, did you note who is batting out there? It's Ramesh Fernando who grabbed 5 wickets. He smashed that first 6 out the park. So he's a brilliant all-rounder, looks like.
Looks an absolute cricketer to me. I mean, the way he bowled, the way that particular stroke was executed to mid-wicket, and also the drive we just saw off the front foot. It's wonderful to see some good players, in this circle. Oh,
yes.
More, is it?
Lovely once again. Should be at least 2 runs. Brian, looks like they are in a hurry. They want to go back home fast.
I don't blame them. I mean, look, you've done all the hard work. You've been sweating out there in the center. It's not easy, as you know, around you and I know it, how it is to sweat, especially in the baking sun. So pack your bags, get home as soon as possible, and get out of the shower.
Lucky fellows, but we won't be lucky now because we have one more game.
Exactly. But, I used to really admire when our players, in the dressing room, get into the ice bath.
Yeah.
I used to sit and swallow spit.
Exactly.
One day I remember Murali asked me, Brian, I know what you're looking at. You want to jump in here, no? And I said, no, I'm just admiring how you're bathing. I said, get away, I know what you're trying to do.
Oh, this should be the first wicket. Is it? Let's see the catching. Oh, what a brilliant catch.
Fantastic. Good. Excellent. So we have a surge of good catches being taken in this game. And that was one example we saw.
Looks like there wasn't a single catch which went down apart from the cotton ball chance that Ramesh did get. So overall, it has been a very, very good game with brilliant catching.
I'm sorry, I thought he popped it for a moment and then re-grabbed it, but then fantastic.
He just slipped off at the last minute, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose that sort of twinkled my eyes. So never mind, 9 runs on the board for 1 wicket. This game probably looks to come to a quicker end than what we anticipated. Let's see.
We are into the last delivery of the first over. Dulan Abenayaka has been successful grabbing that first wicket off the English Tea Shop.
No, that was a good way. Encouragement, keep yourselves in the game a little bit, isn't it? Well bowled. That's very well bowled indeed. Got a bit of a bounce, got him on the back foot, wrapped him on his knuckles, which can be very painful. Now I'll tell you can wear your sausage gloves, whatever you say, but I'll tell you, when the ball wraps you there, Most players, it's a ooh and a ah.
Exactly.
It's very painful.
It is really painful when it especially hit those bones right close to the elbows.
31 or 54, I mean, there is no doubt the tee shop should be favourites because it's less than a runner ball. But what the debate we will see here is how soon do they want to get there. Here is Ramesh Fernando, our star of the day so far. 5 wickets for 7 runs, mind you, and I was overawed by the 6 he scored in the very first ball he faced. And let's see how he goes in here.
I mean, he carried that confidence which he gained while he was bowling directly into his batting ability as well. He just had that confidence to slap it out the ground the very first delivery.
Oh, no. Well,
do we have a twist?
I don't know, but I thought that was quite an over-ambitious stroke. You know, I mean, like he just went for it. It was short, went across the line, took the outside edge, just ballooned in the air. Watch that. Yep, that's the outside edge, you know. And just, yep.
Looking at the replay, Brian, the bowling action as well, taking the ball away from the left-hander, hitting that back of the length, getting that bounce, especially he's a tall bowler as well, so he's getting a little bit of bounce as well. Mm-hmm. So looks like he's taking a maximum use of his height and the surface too.
Absolutely. I think you couldn't have said it better. Looks a tall bowler. I know he doesn't have many runs to defend. But give it your best shot. Try and get many wickets as possible. Tell them we are here to play, not to participate. You know, simple as that.
Exactly. You have nothing to lose, rather.
Exactly. You have nothing to lose. You got to tell you are here to play and not simply participate. Up. Oh, that is a wide. Is it? Yep. Leaking 5 runs. This is what I call leakage of the highest order. You're defending 40 runs, you know, and you've got 2 wickets, and you start bowling wides. That's asking for trouble. I mean, I'll grab it as the batting side any time. I mean, look, it's gold dust for me, you know.
Exactly. But I really feel for the bowler as well, he was trying for that yorker. Unfortunately, it shaped down the leg side, but no excuses.
Yep, no excuses. I know he just held his head. Let's see what he does in this delivery. Very quick indeed. I think this is a good bowler actually. I mean, comes very quickly onto the bat, quicker than you expect. You know, and that was an indication, Iran. You know, I mean, he got on the back foot and he closed the face of the bat because of the impact.
Yeah.
And the ball just trickled away onto the onside. You know, to the vacant. I would say short leg position. It's great, no? When you don't have catchers around your bat in this version of the game, so you can afford to lunge forward, you know.
Absolutely, that's one of the benefits that the batters do have. Once again, outside the off stump, fails to make contact. It's been good bowling.
He's a very good bowler. I think we watched him in the morning as well. I think we did comment that he is a short run-up, quicker than what the batsman would anticipate with that type of run-up and the bowling action. It comes quickly onto the bat. I'll tell you, on an underprepared wicket, he could be a handful. Huh?
Absolutely. It looks a very decent action as well.
Yep.
Fuller length delivery once again. A close call. If it was cleaned up clearly, I think there might have been a chance because he collected the ball on the second attempt, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Right, the score trickles on to 17 for the loss of 2 wickets. I thought I had a loud voice till the producer came and told me, sir, please hold your mic a little bit closer. Not bad. That's not bad.
In order to give the best output of your
Brian,
voice.
God, I'm overawed by what you say. Yep, I've been doing this job for long periods of time. But I always enjoy multi-tournaments like this. I'll tell you what, it brings a spark into me. My first commentary was in the early 70s. And frankly, you'll be surprised, Iran. I never felt, I think I was with Bertie Vijay Singh or Lucian D'Souza, one of the two. Never felt nervous one bit.
That's great.
And I thought to myself, someone said, Brian, look, first day up. I didn't bother. Look, that again, there is a fieldsman in third man position, so the batsman will go through for a single. Fling your bat at anything that comes your way. Yep, they're just 23 runs away from a predictable, 22 runs away from a predictable victory.
I guess you have that born talent within yourself, Brian. So that might have been one of the reasons that you didn't feel nervous when you held the mic for the very first time.
I'll tell you something. That's we'll come to that. That's the batting card. So far, interesting reading there. You know, when I was a schoolboy at Trinity College, Kandy, the one thing that my mother taught me was old songs. You know, and we should tag it like the songs that Mum taught me, and I was very keen in singing in the choir. And I managed to get to the Trinity College choir, which is a very prestigious choir. And after so many voice checks, you know, and that time the choir mistress was a Brit. Her name was Mrs. Cripps, you know, she was from England. And then she selected me. And then I got into I used to sometimes sit in the chapel and listen to the vicar or the chaplain read from the Bible the verse of the day. And I just thought to myself, why on earth can't I do this? You know? And that's how it all started. You know? Oh no. You can't do that. You cannot do that, Iran. You cannot do that. How on earth can you misfeel that?
I mean, especially when you're defending a total of 41 runs, every single run is a gold dust in your words.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look at that. So then from there onwards, I must tell you this funny story. I used to listen to the BBC, and at those days it was Brian Johnston was the famous, and also we had a commentator called Arlen, I think. Up. And I started first imitating them at home, and my brother walked up to me and said, "Are you all right?" I said, "What do you mean?" No, there's something radically wrong with you, man. I said, "No, look. I need to commentate." So then I used to go to Askiria. We'll come back to that after this particular delivery. Up, waits for it, opens the face, the bat, runs it down to back of the point, no chance of a run. And I used to go to Askiria. And the first 11 is playing a game. And all my friends are together eating popsicles and acharus and, annasi mamas, all that. I'm never there. I sit near the sight screen, and I used to give commentary. And one or two of my classmates used to come and sit with me, right? And I used to give a commentary on the game. You understand?
Absolutely.
And then they started saying, this guy is a little bit, loony. Then we had the college organist called Alexander. He was blind.
Okay, that's
He was blind.
interesting. All right.
And I thought to myself, look, he also comes to watch the matches. Come back to that after this delivery. Waits for it. Beautifully punched down the ground towards back of the point. Opens the face of the bat. Good looking stroke though, as the score trickles away to 24 for 2. Now, he used to come to watch the match. So I used to go and sit next to him after that. And this guy used to be at the side screen. Now he's all of a sudden missing after 1 or 2 matches. I was missing. And they were to look for me high and low. Because they always liked that's beautifully played. Fantastic placement. Batsman will take a couple of runs. They're getting into closer orders. And then Iran, they used to always say, look, this man brings in a bit of excitement. So they should start looking for me, Come back after this over. $15 runs needed in 42 deliveries. And this is excellent. Fantastic. Right, so getting back to my story, Iran. And I used to be missing from the side screen. And what I used to do is I used to go and sit next to Alex, the blind gentleman, who was the college organist. And I used to give him a ball-by-ball commentary. And then it dawned on me, it dawned on me at that time. I would have been about, that's cut away. I would have been about 15 years old. It dawned on me, look, whom am I talking to you on air, on commentary? For people who can't see the game, you understand? People who can't see the game, people who are in their houses, having an afternoon nap, some in the bus stands, some inside the bus. People who are listening to a ball-by-ball commentary on radio are people who can't see, so they are equivalent to the blind.
Exactly. So you basically need to picture it into their minds.
Exactly, of the description that's taking place out in the center. So I thought talking and giving the commentary to Alex, I could speak to Alex and ask him what he thought. I was very happy when he said, Brian, you just have some funny talent. I enjoyed every moment of it, You were very descriptive, right? And that's how I started at the age of 15. So it was all thanks to my alma mater, given the opportunity, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Take a look at that. Waited and waited for it, opened the face of the bat, just slapped it away towards the vacant back of the point arena. And they're getting into closer orders here. 31 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. This is brilliant batting. Absolutely.
It's the day of Ramesh Fernando, I guess, Brian, because he was really brilliant with his bowling. And right now, he has managed to score 13 runs of 7 deliveries. He has really anchored his team from the word go. That has been brilliantly driven.
Oh, this is
That's
super
running away.
stuff. Absolutely. You just don't have a chance. I'm not taking anything away from the fielder, Iran, but then that was a great attempt. But the timing and the placement is far beyond compare. Just take a look at that. I think this is a stroke. Yep. Taken on the half volley. Beautiful to watch. There we go. Great, valiant effort, no doubt. Gave it his best shot, though. Well, this is good cricket.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant shot, isn't it, Brian? All the way for
all
6.
The way, yep. We are done and dusted. A comprehensive win. 41 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. What are they waiting for? The target was 41. Yep. 3.4 overs. Let me tell you a secret. I'm very happy in a way because, look, made my life a little bit short here. That's for sure. But at the same time, I'm looking at it from a cricketing viewpoint. Aren't you appalled that a team that scored 107 comes out and to be bowled out for 40, and that too inside the 10 overs?
10 overs. Exactly. Spot on, Brian. And but you cannot take out or take away anything from the English tea shop team because they were brilliant bowling and batting. They were just fantastic. All credits to them, especially Ramesh Fernando. Here's a quick look at the batting card.
There you can see Ramesh Fernando not out on 23. He made it very, very quick indeed. There we go, the batting card. You got anything to add to that? I certainly do. I think he's a good cricketer.
Very, very much, Brian. And how easy, if you had to choose a man of the match for this game, it would be.
I'll tell you, my granddaughter will select him.
Yeah, exactly.
In honesty. If she was watching the match, if Anna was watching the match, she'll say, look, my man of the match is Ramesh Fernando. What do you reckon yours?
Absolutely.
I think your wife will select him if she was here, isn't it?
Exactly. Spot on, Brian. Here's a quick look at the bowling card as well. Nothing much, just a wicket each for Dulan Abhinayak and Bhutika Herath. And just a 6 extra runs, 41 for the loss of 2 wickets after 3.4 overs.
All right, some of the records created here this is the first time in the 2 days that we've been here, we've seen the team that's batting first losing the game, right? And also the team being bowled out inside the 10 overs. Now, just take a look at the replay. Beautiful strokes, isn't it? Now that was the catch. Catch for me, I think that was excellent. Great commitment. He was slightly unbalanced when he took the catch. And now that's where the turning point started, I think, where he lost the quest a little bit, bowling that wide outside the leg stump, giving away those 5 runs. And then they took full advantage of it. And then there we go. See, all happens in the park. You can't help it. And that's that slap shot which I spoke about. Valiant effort from the fielder, but then look at this. This is exquisite stuff. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, fantastic, isn't it? Yep, so to wind it all up, win by 8 wickets, there's no problem. Here is the match summary. 40 runs, 9.2 overs, not what the doctor ordered for. And English Tea Shop made themselves English here, winning in 3.4 overs, 41 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Absolutely fantastic. And Ramesh Fernando adjudicated as the player of the match. Fair enough?
Absolutely spot on, Brian. Right then, we are done and dusted. We'll take a short break and we will catch you all back live with our next game for the day.